Welcome to the Biz Bash podcast, where we make biz strategy a piece of cake. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Cami, but you might know us better as Eliza Ann Calligraphy and Cami Monet. We want to help you, our fellow stationers, artists, and calligraphers, confidently build a profitable and personality-driven creative biz.
We're here to share our honest-to-goodness advice and actionable strategies for ambitious artists.
So put on your party hat, quit being a procrastinator gator, and let's get this party started.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Biz Birthday Bash podcast. Today is a little bit of a funky episode because Elizabeth is not with us today because she has bought a house, so she is doing all the things, and I don't even know if she knows where her podcast stuff is. So it is just me and our lovely guest, Sarah of Signet Sealed, and she is going to be talking to us today all about Amazon Prime and Amazon Fulfillment and all the things Amazon. So we're going to get like a primer, if you will, all about Amazon Prime and selling on there. So this morning has already been shenanigans with the two of us because we are both crazy. And like Sarah missed the time, then I missed the time. And I was like, do I send a link? How do I press the button? And without Elizabeth, it just could be chaotic. So just gear up, you guys. Just get ready. It's a lot of energy right now. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So yeah, Sarah, thanks for joining us again. And we've had Sarah on before. But Sarah, if you just want to give like a little intro to yourself for anyone who's just catching up to this episode for the first time.
Sure. Well, loved the intro. Super excited to be here despite all of our technical difficulties. But yeah, my name is Sarah Bauman. I'm based in Austin, Texas, and I own like an illustrated gift business and sell art prints and mugs and dish towels and a good news calendar and just a lot of fun, colorful stuff. And I had so much fun with you guys last time, and I'm very honored to be back.
Yeah, so you had sent me a DM a couple weeks ago and you were like, I have all the intel, we need to talk. And I was like, hold that thought, we're going to record all the intel because I'm just like, why not? Obviously. So you've been selling on Amazon Prime or just Amazon? Should I call it Amazon Prime or just regular Amazon?
I've been on Amazon as a whole for about a year, and I started on Amazon Prime kind of like in quarantine.
Okay. And how are those two things different in terms of like the back end for you?
Yeah. So Amazon Prime, I don't fulfill. I basically pack, barcode, and ship, which we can get more into, ship all of that to an Amazon fulfillment center. And they take all of that in and then they send it to all of their other distribution centers, but they're handling all of the shipping and fulfillment. For not Prime, I have way more products, but we fulfill them and ship them. So it doesn't have the Prime, 2-day guarantee or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
But I can when I log into the Amazon backend, it gives me like right now I have like 2 seller fulfilled open orders and 9 Amazon fulfilled open orders. So you can have both of those. And it just kind of like is like 2 different systems.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Because I know last time we talked, you were telling me about like the fulfillment center that you use. So this is like 2 separate things, right, pretty much.
Well, okay, so I listened back to our old podcast and I shared it with someone, and then I was like, oh no, like what are they listening to? And then I was like listening and I was like, oh my gosh, I know so much more than I did at that point. I have to give an update. So I just wanted to tell you about my update, and then I was like, oh, come back on the podcast? Well, sure.
Yeah, obviously. Okay. So with switching over to Amazon Prime, what did that process look like? And was there, just tell us about how that even got started.
Sure. Yeah, it's been a big learning curve, but it is so interesting. So I read somewhere that there's like a 20% increase in sales if you're just selling a product like regular Amazon versus Amazon Prime, which I'm like, I bet it's like a 70,000% increase. Because I feel like when you see the little Prime thing on there, you're like, hey-o, very interested. You're a Prime queen. You know how
I know. Oh, I know. If it's not Prime, I'm not buying
it. Yeah. So I was just really interested in like how the process worked. And there is a way that you can do seller fulfilled Prime, but I think it's kind of complicated and you have to qualify and ship all of your things super, super fast. And like usually our things probably get to you in like 3 to 4 days, but not usually. They're like, we'll ship it out in 2 days for sure. But getting to you in 2 days is like, that's a high bar to clear.
Yeah. Whew.
So I just kind of started looking into the process, like I guess it was March or April. So basically it's the same process that I'm using for all of my other products. So you do art prints, but it's like the art print in the cellophane sleeve with the backing board. And then for Amazon, they need all of their products barcoded, which I was really nervous about because it can be super expensive to get like the UPC, Universal Product Code, barcode thing. So I was kind of like, not sure I want to do that. But then I found out that if you're just selling it, like shipping it directly to Amazon, just using Amazon, you can just like, as you're prepping your shipment to ship out, you can just click like print off all my barcodes, and then you can buy on Amazon Prime, like the barcode size that's like perfect for Amazon fulfillment. It's just a big cycle of buying Amazon things. So I literally just like put them in my printer, print off all of those barcodes specific to the product, and I just barcode the product. And that's the only difference in like how I prep Amazon products versus how I prep regular products.
Mm-hmm.
And then my closest like big Amazon fulfillment thing is in Dallas. So then I like put all the information into Amazon. I just say like, this is how many I'm shipping. This is like when I'm going to be shipping it. And then they just like, they create a label for you. And so usually they'll just have you ship it to one location. And then from there, then they ship it out. So like if I ship 50 coloring books to Dallas, then they'll ship like 2 to Wisconsin and 1 to Minneapolis and 1 to Kansas and 1 to Florida. And like they have this whole thing, and I can like kind of watch that happen. I don't really get anything out of that. It's just interesting to be like, where are my children going? Yeah. But that's kind of like basically how that whole product like fulfillment works for them.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this is like fascinating. So when you're sending it to the Amazon fulfillment place, do they have like a certain threshold you have to hit? Like you have to send 50 at a time, or can you just be like, I got 10, I'm sending to you, or is it like 100? Or
weirdly, it's kind of the opposite, where like sometimes they'll be like, you can't ship more than 30. I think they're dealing with a lot of like incoming product, and so they try to kind of like bottleneck the number that can come in. So sometimes I've been like, oh, I have 100 ready to ship. And they're like, you can only ship 65. And I'm like, what? Do with that. So it's funny. Like I really started out by shipping them like 12 of like my Charleston print, which is my most popular one. And then that like sold out. So I was like, okay, great. How many do you want? But yeah, it's like, there's not really a high like quantity bar to clear, and there's really no minimum.
That is fascinating. See, I would think they would want like 1,000 or something to be like, okay, we're going to be ready. Because what if someone orders like 2,200? I don't know.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Saying, like, I would think they would want a lot. Okay, so backing up a bit too on the barcodes, because barcodes have always seemed like really stressful when like working with like bigger companies. They require that kind of stuff. So literally, how do you get the barcodes, or do you just like, I mean, you said you printed them off from Amazon, but did you like buy the barcodes? I'm confused. Please help me.
I wish I could just like share my screen and go all the way through. I mean, I guess we can figure that out. But so when you have your like Amazon back end, when you want to ship them new products, you just there's like a little button that's like prepare a new shipment. And then you like select like the product, and then you type in the quantity, and then you're like, okay, go next screen. And then there's literally just a button at the bottom that's like print your barcode. I guess you have to choose.
They're providing the barcodes, kind of.
Yeah, like they totally produce them and like put it on like an 8.5 by 11 sheet that's like ready to be printed. And there are also some options within that I haven't personally explored, but you can do either the merchant preps the product or Amazon preps the product. And I always do merchant preps the product. So like when I'm shipping it to them, it is like ready to ship out immediately, which makes it like cheaper and faster. But like if you're shipping glass, you can have Amazon wrap it up. Or if you're shipping a t-shirt, you can have Amazon fold it. Or if you're shipping whatever, like batteries with metal in them, then they have to do funky stuff. But I'm not doing any of that. And my stuff is already going prepackaged. So that makes it, just cheaper and easier and faster. But so then when I say like merchant preps it, I'm literally prepping it completely with the barcode. And so you can have them barcode it, but I don't know how much it costs. I know it costs something per product.
Right. Yeah. Of course. We're going to take those costs in-house, and you're just like putting a sticker on it that it's not that big of a deal. So
it's like, I'll watch The Crown and barcode things. It's the perfect night.
It's like if you don't like watch something while you're packing up stuff or stickering or barcoding or whatever, like what are you doing with your life?
What are you doing? Yeah.
You can't just sit down and watch something. I have to be like doing something at the same time.
For sure. Or I'm like trying to watch TikToks, and then I'm like, I'm getting nothing out of either of these. There's so much noise.
I try to do that too. It's really hard to swipe up. I just end up watching the same one like over and over.
I want to TikTok. Wait, you're like posting on TikTok. You're a TikToker.
I'm on TikTok. I don't like post a lot. Mostly it's because it's easier to make stuff on there than on Instagram Reels. Like
for sure.
So I'll just make it on there and then post it on Instagram Reels. Yeah. But I kind of like have fallen off the bandwagon on that a little bit because it takes some time.
It definitely takes time. You had some fire TikToks though. The printer one, that one was like blowing up.
It was like, I feel like that was like my big moment that I just dropped the mic on that one. Like walk away on a high. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel. I had one that did pretty well, and then I was like, "Well, I guess I can retire. Goodbye."
Surprisingly, that did not do well on TikTok. Did great on Instagram. TikTok got like nothing. So I'm like, I hate this platform.
So did you post it as a reel and as a TikTok?
No, I posted it as a TikTok. It was before Reels were even a thing.
Oh, okay.
So it was like an IGTV, which is like, sounds so old-fashioned these days.
Throwback to 6 weeks ago when IGTV was all we knew.
IGTV, oh my gosh. But, oh my gosh. Oh crap, I've already lost our train of thought. Okay, bring it back.
They're tracking. The people are tracking.
Guys, I didn't make notes for this. You guys know if I don't have notes, I'm all over the map. And Elizabeth isn't here. Who knows what's going to happen? So, okay. Rewinding a little bit. Okay, so in terms of, that sounded so fancy. In terms of like Amazon Prime versus Amazon Fulfillment, what are like the costs involved for you to be selling through Amazon Prime Fulfillment rather than just like you fulfilling it? Or I'm sorry. There's like so confusing because you have a fulfillment place of Amazon Fulfillment. And when I say you fulfillment, I mean your fulfillment place.
It's very confusing. I feel like if someone wants to hear about my fulfillment place, that we like got into it on the other one. So we can just talk about Amazon. That'll probably be less confusing. Okay, so baseline, any product that I'm selling on Amazon for, which is like, it varies depending on the category. So like, I don't know what the percentage is for like women's clothing or tech products, or whatever.
Right.
For my stuff, like art, home, gift products, there's a 15% referral fee on any product. So if I'm selling it and shipping it myself where it's not FBA just means fulfillment by Amazon. So if it's not FBA, so not Prime, or if it is FBA and Prime, there's regardless going to be that 15% baseline fee. And then there's like basically generally a $2.50 FBA fulfillment by Amazon fee. So that's like them storing it, picking it, packing it, shipping it, all of that stuff. So like if I'm selling a $20 art print, if I'm shipping it myself, there's going to be a $3 fee because that's 15%. Or if I'm selling it like Prime, there'll be $5.50 in fees because it's the $3 referral fee, same as the other one, and also the $2.50 on top of that.
Hey there, fellow stationers. Are you creating custom invitations and still sending a lackluster contract that's hacked together with Google searches and generic templates? We've got you.
We've created a custom stationery contract written for stationers by stationers, and it is lawyer reviewed and approved. #LegalRockstar. The custom stationery contract template covers every stationery snafu, protects you and your client's interests, and sets up an expectation of professionalism. We've combined our previous contracts as well as years of experience to bring you a contract that covers your booty and your biz. Become a put-together pro and breathe a sigh of relief knowing that you have a contract that is easy to understand and avoids confusing legal jargon.
The custom stationery contract template is only $297, which is much less than what you can expect to pay anywhere else. And it's written by 2 gals who have seen it all.
Spoiler alert, it's us.
It's time to do things right. Go to bizbirthdaybash.com/contract to purchase and download your copy today. And as a special treat, use code PODCAST2020 to get $20 off. And that's podcast all caps 2020 to get $20 off.
Woohoo!
Okay. And then how does the free shipping work in on top of that? Do you build that into the cost of your product, or how does that work?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not
I don't know. So I'm like, you don't know.
I mean, I'm not having to pay like a shipping fee on top of anything.
That's what I was wondering, is like, does the shipping cost come back to you, or is it just like...
And I don't know how.
That's so weird. Now you just like blew my mind.
I guess it's probably kind of built into their fees, and they're like doing their own
that $250 fee. Yeah.
But then they also have to store stuff, and it also depends on your product. So my products are obviously all really small, but like if I go into Amazon, it'll say like, you're taking up like 2 cubic feet, and so then they'll charge me.
How dare you?
Yeah, but I looked at it the other day and it was like, you've been charged $4 or something. And I was like, cool, there we go.
Taking up space. I like it. Oh, okay. So, and then you have seen way more of a pickup with your products through Amazon Prime, because you were talking about, oh, I'll see I have 2 here and 9 here. And I'm like, that's obviously a lot more. So that seems to be doing well. I mean, people love the Prime, right?
It is. It really is. So I feel like my city products don't do as well on Amazon. And I don't know if that's just like the nature of the beast of doing like kind of a more niche product like that.
Yeah,
Charles one does pretty well. But mostly it's my coloring books. Like I have my New Girl coloring book on Amazon Prime. And then I have KDP, which is Kindle Direct Publishing, which is like a whole other thing that we can get into.
Oh my gosh, you're killing me.
I'm sorry. Rabbit hole. We're going to stay on this one. So I have like, that one is selling like crazy. Like I'm looking at it right now and it sold 17 minutes ago, 19 hours ago, 17 hours ago, 21 hours. Like that one's just like flying. And so that one, I will like barcode the backs of them and ship them like 200 at a time. And they're like burning through them. It's crazy. Like it is just mind-boggling all the time. So now my like Amazon is doing like on average, like weekly half of what Etsy is doing for me.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Oh, I did. After we did our episode with you and you were talking about Amazon, I was like, I got to get in on this. So I literally like got on Amazon Handmade or whatever. I don't know if that's the same as anything else because now I'm just confused. I got on Amazon Handmade. I like added a product and then I never did anything else with it because my wholesale kind of started taking off. So I was like, I don't have time to worry about this right now, but I am technically on there.
There we go. That's exciting. With your wholesale just like on Faire?
Yeah, on Faire is just freaking awesome. But I love Faire. But anyway, yes. Yeah, you really do. I mean, your stuff would really blow up. Just keep. Have you applied yet?
I've been talking to them. I just haven't like done the spreadsheet that I need to do or whatever.
There's a spreadsheet. I didn't do a spreadsheet.
Or like a pricing sheet. I needed to give them some piece of information that I haven't.
Okay, because I can tell you, if there was a spreadsheet involved, I would not have done it. So maybe that's new. Maybe that's like a new requirement, like a line sheet or something. But
I think it was something like that. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. I'll get there.
Yeah.
So like your Amazon is my Faire.
Yeah, I got on Amazon, got one product on there, and I was like, sweet. And then nothing happened because I didn't like ever do anything with it. And I wanted to ask you about like, okay, so obviously on Etsy, like keywords and tags and all that jazz, like that's really important. But on Amazon, what does that SEO look like? Do you have tips on that? Or are you just like putting stuff up, people just find it just by the title? Like what does that look like in terms of getting found?
I mean, it kind of looks the same as Etsy. There's a higher limit. Like I think on Etsy, you can only use, like 15 keywords or whatever. And on Amazon, you have quite a few more. But there's just like when you're building the listing, there's like a space for keywords and there's platinum keywords that you can pay for, which I haven't done yet, but I'm interested in. Also just like Amazon advertising is a really big thing that like I don't know enough about, but want to. That's a goal. But yeah, you just kind of type in keywords the same way. What's really interesting is Jungle Scout. Have you heard about Jungle Scout?
No, but it sounds fun.
Okay, so it is like kind of an Amazon Analytics like software program. And there's a website version and like a plugin version that like literally will just like go through Amazon. Like you can Google something on Amazon and it'll pull up like a bunch of stats for every single product you're looking at, but it's like a lot of information and very crazy. But so you can do a lot of keyword research on there. And so it was super interesting. Like I have always used Artprint as like one of my, like, you know, in my product listing, like Charleston Artprint or Charleston, whatever. And when I looked into the like back end of that, it was like 40,000 people have searched for the word Artprint in the last 30 days. And then it was like 400,000 people have searched for room decor. It was just like, there are kind of different words that I feel like non-art general public people are using a little bit more than like we are in like the artist community kind of.
Yeah.
And so they'll like kind of tie those together and like, I don't know, you can just look for certain keywords and it'll show you a lot of related keywords and then like how successful those are. So that has been super, super helpful for me. And then like just looking at, I don't know, I have like a sushi print. And so I was like sushi art print 8x10, whatever. And it was like, and then it was like, you should be typing in like sushi making kit and like this and that and like all this other stuff. And then it was super interesting because like sometimes I'll get in there and like I have like a Louisiana print. And so it was like the keywords that do really well for that are like Cajun art, Cajun homewarming gift. And there was one that was like LSU Tigers face mask was like the number one.
Of course it was.
Right? But it was like during quarantine, it was like that was doing super, super well. And a ton of people were searching for it. So then I like sneakily added that to my keywords.
Why not?
It was just one, but I was like super excited. And I was like, I feel like I'm cheating the system, but it's just super interesting to see what people are like thinking about and looking for. And if you like get the right person that's searching for something that you're like, I know you're looking for a face mask, but you're interested in a cute face mask. How about?
It's like, I know you like this, but you would also like this because you like that. So there you go.
Like
That's basically what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just like such a funky game of being like, okay, well, this is not what I would call this, but it's what the world is going to call this. So like, let's go for it. So I don't know. That's been super interesting. And also just like Amazon titles are so different because like, I'm sure you bought something on Amazon and it's like pen, pencil, desk pen, office pen, pen for ladies, pen for men. And you're just like, this is so unnecessary. But people really load up those titles like crazy. And so like, you can go and look at some of my titles and it's like, by the time we get to the end of the title, it's like really getting to be a real stretch from where it's
You're like, okay, calm down. We get it.
Yeah, like, it's not the Mona Lisa, Sarah, if you could just ease up a little bit. But you can really load that up with a bunch of words that people will like identify that with. And like my Charleston print, which is the city print that does the best. But I think the listing title is like, it's like Charleston art print, South Carolina, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like bachelorette, wedding, birthday, graduation. Like it's like all of this stuff because if someone's searching like Charleston bachelorette, like there's a whole lot of people that are kind of like in the Venn diagram of those two things. And that one does really well. So it's just really interesting to play with like what people are looking for. And like, if they don't know, like if someone knows they want like a signet sealed Sarah Bauman print, they know what to search for and how to get there. But it's like, most people probably don't know that that's where they want to end up, but I know that's where they want to end up.
You're like, I will help you. Come down the rabbit hole. I know. See, I think I screwed up then on my Amazon listing because I was like, oh, I need to keep it nice and neat. Because, you know, on like your website, you keep your titles nice and clean. And on Etsy, it's kind of like a free-for-all, like you said. But Amazon seems even more like a free-for-all now. Because Etsy, you like run out of characters really quick. Like you couldn't type in bachelorette, wedding, Charleston, like everything in the world.
Yeah.
You could do like 3 or 4. So now I'm like, oh shoot, I made mine too nice and classy. I need to go in and like add in more keywords. I just added a magnolia print because like that sells really well for me.
Yeah.
But I also felt like I was like overpriced on there because I was like, I need to make it free shipping because that's what appeals to people. But I didn't realize it's still not Amazon Prime. It's just free shipping. Like,
yeah.
And I was like, I have to add onto the price because I don't want to feel like people on my website are getting slighted. And then I just walked away because I was like, I don't even know right now.
I'm going to try to pull up Jungle Scout while we're talking and just type in Magnolia and see what happens because I feel like it would be an interesting.
Oh, I like this. Yes. Does Jungle Scout, is it just for Amazon or is it do like anything?
It's like really just for Amazon, I believe.
But you could kind of use that information. I feel like it would still be applicable for like Etsy or something too.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean,
for sure. I wish I had all the intel that I get from Jungle Scout about everything that I do. Like, I just love like.
I'm Googling Jungle Scout right now.
Okay, I'm typing in the word Magnolia. Okay, so 5,507 people have searched for Magnolia in the last 30 days. The 90-day trend is up 3% than normal. So then the other things people search for Magnolia, Joanna Gaines, Magnolia Kitchen, Joanna Gaines. Like, I think that's kind of what they're thinking when they search Magnolia. Yeah. I also think you could do a lot of like Southern charm, Southern hospitality, housewarming, kitchen, like all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Amazon's just funny. It's just like there's so much traffic and there's like so many people that you can catch in your web in so many different ways. Do I sound evil?
Yeah, I gotcha. And it's so funny too, like what you're talking about, like people think, like we think art print, like all my listings have art print, but I don't know what I was searching on. It wasn't Jungle Scout because I've never heard of that before, but it was something, and I was like, oh shoot, I need to change all my things to be wall art because people aren't typing in art print, they're typing in wall art. Like you said, wall decor, or room decor, or home decor, or whatever. Like those things are what people are searching rather than art print, which is what I'm like, oh, this is an art print, but people don't think that. Exactly. And like you kind of have to get in the head of the consumer. And I feel like the consumers are different on Amazon than on Etsy, than on wherever, like Fair. So it's just like I feel like on Fair they would be searching art print because that's what like the store owner knows. Like this is an art print. I'm gonna sell this. Like they're not quite the in game. It's crazy.
And I feel like Etsy is a pretty like artsy audience too. Like, I mean, everyone has probably bought one thing on Etsy, but I feel like by and large, it's a lot of people that understand kind of art language a little bit more. And like those people are shopping on Amazon too, but also like, you know, everyone's dad is also on Amazon.
Yeah. Amazon's much wider of a place. Like you really have to be like super clear on those things.
For
like,
sure. Okay, just as like an example, I pulled this up as well just to show you. So I typed in art print. I feel like I'm going to be saying a lot of numbers, so I hope this doesn't get confusing. But in the last 30 days, 2,022 people have searched for art print. In the last 30 days, 547,000 people have searched for wall decor.
What?
And 297,000 have searched for wall art.
Oh my gosh, I just got goosebumps. I'm like, I'm an idiot.
Wait, hold on. 35,000 have searched the phrase posters for room aesthetic.
What? That got more than art print? Aesthetic's such a hard word to spell.
I want to like text you a screenshot of like this thing that I'm looking at. But it's wild, like the words that people use. Like I don't understand.
Now I just want to make a Jungle Scout account just for pure entertainment. But I do feel like this is like really good research too. There are other keyword things too. I'm sure that there are other ones that exist for like all product, like all sites too.
Yeah, for sure,
I feel like
for sure.
I need to make a list, but this is like fascinating. Oh my gosh. Okay, do greeting card. Now I'm curious. Okay.
I also just DM'd you the screenshot of all of those numbers so you can see them.
I got it. Okay.
Isn't it interesting? Okay, I'm going to search.
Posters for room aesthetic. I just cannot.
That one is wild to me.
Art print is so low on the totem pole. Like it is
crazy. And it's like, that's the word everyone in our world uses. Everyone, it's like the human people aren't. Okay. 2,000.
Humans aren't using it. It's just the artists.
Okay, I'm just going to send you a screenshot of this one too. I can also, I mean, we're on a podcast, so I'll read the numbers, but I just feel like I just want you to see it. Okay, but 2,000, I'm just going to round up a little bit because that's a little bit easier. But 2,000 people have searched greeting card, but like 88,000 have searched Christmas card, 55,000 have searched birthday card, 46,000 have searched greeting cards, plural. So that's interesting.
Okay.
45,000 have searched stationery. Also, just the numbers. I feel like I get immune to them because I just read them all the time. But then it's like 55,000 people. Like that is such a mind-boggling.
Like, what if you got 55,000 orders? That would be insane.
Right? Like so much of it is just the game of figuring out all of these crazy words and capturing as much of that market share as you can. It's just fascinating.
Okay, so note cards and blank cards have way more than greeting cards.
Yeah, you're right. Stationery
and greeting cards plural. Greeting cards plural is like where you need to be. But and they misspelled stationery, so misspell your stationery.
So 45,000 people, almost 46,000 people misspelled stationery. That's crazy. Yeah. But it's also just interesting. It's such a minute thing, but it's interesting that so many more people are searching greeting cards and Christmas cards, plural, like they want a set, which kind of makes sense. I feel like if you're going to Amazon, you want to get like a box set of something and you're not expecting to be like a perfect artisan, like papyrus thing, you know?
If you're going to Amazon, you're not going to just be like, I'm going to get one greeting card. You're looking for like a box of Christmas cards or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Fascinating.
Should I search for anything else? Do you have any others?
I don't even know. Oh, notepads.
Okay, one word, notepads?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this kind of went in a different direction. It's talking
I was going to say, it might go like school supplies kind of direction, office supplies.
I mean, okay, 8,000 people searched notepads. 89,000 have searched Post-it notes, sticky notes, notepads, legal pads, to-do list. But 11,000 people searched to-do list notepad. Cammie, you gotta go to Amazon.
I know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I feel like my notepads and stuff would do better than like art prints, I'm sorry, wall art. So
posters for room aesthetic? Is that what you're talking about?
Posters for room aesthetic, they might do better than that. So like maybe notepads for desk aesthetic, I will just put that on there and start carving out that niche a little bit.
Let's just use the word aesthetic as much as we possibly can.
Yes. Oh Oh my gosh, I'm cracking up. Everyone's gonna listen to this episode and be like, "What is happening?" And I know you guys, we're thinking the same thing. It's fine.
We're with you. It's just total chaos. You can also look at like you can track products on Amazon, and so you can see like how many they're selling per month and what their revenue is per month. Like there's so much information on Jungle. This is just a Jungle Scout ad now, but it's crazy how much you can see. Like I'll like want to buy a blender and just be like, how many blenders are they selling per month? They're all like order dog food and be like, oh my God, they're making so much money on dog food. Like, should I make dog food? It's so addicting.
Oh my gosh, I can see. We're going to title this episode Jungle Scout now. But like, what is going on? I love it. Okay. So jumping off from Jungle Scout, we're going to maneuver out of the jungle, you guys. Mm-hmm. And so I want to talk more about like the customers you get on Amazon. Like, do you find that they are coming back to like your website later on or following up with you on Instagram? Like, are you seeing like conversions from Amazon into like lifelong customers, or is it more just like a one and done kind of deal?
So the tough thing is that if I get a customer on Amazon, I get like almost no information about them. Like I get their first name and that's literally it. I don't get an email. I don't get like anything. And they have all of these things about like how I get their phone number like for shipping, but like we're not allowed to use their phone number for anything else. So like as far as my marketing stuff, like I don't get to put them into my email streams or like anything like that, which is definitely a bummer. But then also like I'll do little inserts and stuff like that on the orders that we're shipping, and I'll always put like a business card in the products that like I'm packaging up to ship to Amazon. So like I feel like I'm doing what I can, but it's definitely a different kind of thing. And like I don't know if I've really felt like, you know, I'm like people are like reaching out on Instagram like I found you on Amazon, like, and I also don't know if that's like the expected like. If you buy a thing on Amazon, I don't know if people really connect it with like a human person. I think it feels like,
that's what I'm thinking.
You know, like you're buying from Amazon, you're buying from this big thing. So like I try to, in as many ways as I can, kind of be like, I'm human, I'm cute, come hang, you know? But like it's just a little bit trickier. So I don't know. It's definitely not like getting like fan friend Instagram bestie forevers like in the same way that other things that I do are, but it's also just the foot traffic on there, like it's just so powerful. It's like I don't know. At this point I'm like, I'm on Team Amazon.
I know. Every time I talk to you, I'm like, what am I doing? I got to get on Team Amazon. Then I'm like, I'll do that later. I don't even know. But so on your Fulfilled by Amazon things, do they have an insert or just like a branded sticker on the back of your
I just do like a little business card. I do have a big insert that's like hand lettered, and I should be putting those in there. But the big thing that's selling on there is the coloring book, which doesn't have a cellophane sleeve. Like it's just shipping as a loose book.
Okay. Yeah. So you can't really put it in there.
But my mom had a really good idea recently, though. So KDP is Kindle Direct Publishing, which is basic. Have you heard about this? Do you know about it?
No, you got all the new tech. Like you're coming at me. I'm like, I'm still figuring out TikTok. Okay, like I'm still figuring out how to swipe up on TikTok when I'm doing art prints. So you tell me.
That's okay. I'm also always figuring out TikTok. But yeah, so it is basically a print on demand Amazon program. And it used to be called Create Space, but now it's called Kindle Direct Publishing. So basically it is for books that you're trying to like self-publish. And so I learned about it like a few months ago from a friend's dad. And that's how I'm doing the Schitt's Creek coloring book, the Gilmore Girls coloring book, and the Friends coloring book. So I have 4 right now. I have those 3 and then New Girl. But literally I like design the whole thing, upload it to Kindle Direct Publishing, and then like set a price. And then so I'm making 60% on all of those books, but it's like I've been able to release a ton really fast because I'm not worried about breaking even. I'm not worried about like printing costs and shipping costs. Like truly, as soon as I put those up, they're profitable. It is a really, really cool program. And I feel like could be such a powerful tool for like people just starting out or people that are interested in doing books. And you can like upload them and make them available as like Kindle books as well. But I'm like, I don't know if anyone's like coloring on a Kindle. I don't feel like that's really a thing.
Yeah. I think that's what you got me. I was like, a Kindle coloring book. How does that work?
It's like you can upload it and you can choose to do a Kindle version and or like the actual paperback version. But so if somebody orders one, Amazon prints it right then, and then they ship it out and they ship it Prime. So it's just kind of the best of all worlds, and it's very exciting.
Okay, because in my head I was thinking it was like they purchase it and then they print it, but you're saying they purchase it, Amazon prints it, and then sends it to them. It's or the public. Oh my Lanta.
Yeah.
This is just craziness. This is
super crazy. Wow. And I think that they're all printed in kind of like regional different printing centers because they're getting to people super fast. And they're available worldwide, but without like international shipping. And like it'll just print in Germany for someone that orders it in Germany.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's crazy.
Oh my
my
gosh.
sells really well in Canada, and it's just being like printed and shipped from Canada to Canada. Also, just like on an environmental note, I feel like it's a lot less wasteful because like you're not having to print a ton at one time. You're not like you're not having to like ship it all over the world to let it like sit and store in a warehouse and wait for it to move. Like, anyway, that's just a personal rant, but it just seems like a lot cleaner system. But it's a really cool program, and I feel like not a lot of people know about it, but like it's become a really like strong like revenue stream for me in the last like few months. And I got on there I think in July or August, and it's just great. It's awesome.
That is so cool. Yeah, I didn't even know about that, but I'm like, honestly, if that model worked for like everything I had, that would be fantastic. Where someone orders it, someone else prints it for me. It's kind of like drop shipping, but in like a different sort of way because I don't know, it's just like its own thing. It's very cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
It kind of is like drops. I mean, just it's totally hands off and
yeah. It's just Amazon is just doing it in a lot of different places. That's what's so interesting about it is like it's being not the same printer or place being made. It's like could be somewhere in Canada or somewhere in Germany, which is just like mind-boggling and so cool.
It's super mind-boggling. But I was like nervous when I started about like the paper quality and all of that. But like I've ordered pictures of all of them. I'm really happy with it. And like it's gotten good reviews, like specifically mentioning the paper quality. So I'm like, cool, guess we're golden. There we go.
That was what I was going to ask next. I'm like, what if they suck though? Like what if the person in Germany is just like the worst printer? Like you don't know. You haven't been to Germany. You have to go. You're going to have to do an experiment and travel all over and order it. And like
business expense. Twist my arm. That sounds great.
It's a great idea. It's business research. So
yeah. But going back to like getting customers and whatever, I was talking to my mom the other day and I was just like, I love these sales. I love this like stream of sales and like books and everything else, but like I'm not able to convert them into like Bachelor, Instagram, best friend, Good News Calendar type people because they're like totally siphoned off on this like Amazon stream. And she was like, well, what if you just also I was saying I really like Amazon reviews are super helpful and important, but I'm like, I don't know how to incentivize people to leave good Amazon reviews because I'm like, I can't give you an Amazon discount. Or like I can't do stuff on Amazon the same way that I can on my website. Like on my website, I can be like, take it all. Who cares? Whatever. But I just can't do that on Amazon. So I'm like, can I send people something? Can I like DM them? Like what can I do? And so she was like, why don't you put like a page in the front of your like Amazon shipped coloring books that says like, hey, if you leave me a review and DM me about it, I'll, do whatever. And like, also follow me on Instagram. And also I'm Sarah. And like this just whole thing in like the very front when they open it. And I was like, that's genius. I have to do that. So I'm about to release a second volume of Schitt's Creek and then like a combined volume 1 and 2. And so I'm definitely putting that in the front and like, we'll see. I don't know. We'll find out if that works.
I know. I think that's brilliant. Moms are always brilliant. They always have good ideas. Cause like obviously you want to make the sale, but you want to like get that customer converted and like continue to keep making sales where they become lifelong fans. Like honestly, my repeat customers, I swear, are like the lifeblood of my business.
Yes, for sure. And that word of mouth. And like if someone feels that connection to you where they're like, oh my gosh, there's this girl and like she's in Florida and she's doing her thing and I feel like I know her. Like that is so powerful. And when people start talking to their friends, like, there's nothing like it. Yeah,
it really is. It really is so powerful. So if you could like capture that with all the new sales you're making on Amazon, I just feel like it's like, it could be some crazy, crazy things. So I have things like, I don't know when this episode comes out because Elizabeth isn't here and we don't know what's going on. But whenever this comes out, we're recording it before Christmas. So have you started seeing like things picking up for the holidays? Like, just seemed like a steady climb because I know not on Amazon things are crazy, but I wondered if Amazon was the same way.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like the last couple of weeks, especially, like I keep opening my like Amazon seller app and being like, "Hey-o, there we go." So yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like just the same as Etsy. Like you just start to see that little tick kind of going up and up and up, and you're like, "Well, happy Christmas, everybody. This is the best.
I know. Yeah. Everyone's merry. It's very festive. Do you get like a little cha-ching noise like on Etsy, like on Amazon? Is there like a little robot noise?
I do. And I'm like, I need to turn it off. Like, I feel like it's probably not good for me to know, but it's just like so fun. And I feel like every time, but then it's kind of embarrassing if I'm like around people and it'll go off and they're like, is that your store? And I'm like, I got a text. I don't know. Like, I get super awkward about it.
I don't. I'm like, yeah, it is. I'm over here making bank. What are you doing?
So do you like leave yours on all the time?
Yeah, I just leave mine on all the time.
Okay,
my husband's always like, love it. Like, it's hilarious. Like, I honestly, though, sometimes I've turned it off because I swear it comes out of nowhere and scares the crap out of me every time. It's like like the Etsy one is so sudden and so loud. I don't know, something about it. I jump every single time. But okay, all right, steering it back. Besides sounds,
you're doing a great job of keeping us on track. I'm really impressed.
I really just want to like talk about charcuterie boards and ham and cheese and pancakes.
The melon and ham and cheese?
I have so many questions as well. I just like cannot get over that, but okay.
We're talking about my Instagram story from this morning, which is in November. I don't know when you're going to listen to this, people, but anyway, it was just a rant about food boards.
Yeah, I know everything you post about that. I have so many questions too, and I'm like, I love this, but I hate it. I don't know how I feel. I have so many mixed emotions.
I'm good with the charcuterie board. I just don't want a burger board.
Yeah, the burger board, and also I don't put avocado on my burger either, but now I kind of want to. I was like, maybe I should. Maybe
I was deeply shamed for it, and someone was like, it's a great mayo alternative, and I'm like, what did mayo do wrong? What are we doing?
Like, I feel like it's not quite the mayo alternative, but whatever, it's fine. It's just another topping. It's another topping. Okay, where was I? Oh, shoot, I forgot it. Okay, bring it back. Whew, you guys. Okay, so someone wants to get started on Amazon Prime and Amazon regular. Amazon regular.
Yep,
what would be like some of the 3 tips or like your top tips that you would give them to be like, here's what you need to do to get started or like get set up for success?
I would honestly make a Jungle Scout account. It's like a pay per month thing, and they have a few different like pricing tiers if you want the plugin or whatever. But like, I don't even know if you would need it forever, but I would just get on there and like do your research, maybe make like a spreadsheet of like what you're learning and finding, and just like keep that in mind, because it's just like so like those numbers that I sent you. I mean, it's just so mind-boggling to understand what people are searching for, and like just the sheer volume of people that are shopping on Amazon is so wild that it like really makes sense to put in the work and figure out what they're searching for and what they're wanting. I would probably look into Prime first. I feel like that you can't go wrong, and it's like it's a little more like front end work with like the barcoding, but then it's really hands off. And I would say if you're shipping yourself, just like be super sure that you're shipping everything in the time frame that you've promised, because Amazon is very much like, okay, you have 47 hours left to ship this. Like they're just not messing around. And a couple times like I've had like 1 or 2 orders ship late. And it's like 14% of your last orders have shipped late. And like you have to be under, they will allow 4% of your orders to ship late for the last like 30-day period. But if you're over that, they can like deactivate your account. So I would say, take shipping seriously, ship on Prime if you're interested in it, and get Jungle Scout.
Oh my gosh, that is so stressful. See, that I feel like I would want to do Amazon Prime fulfilled by Amazon, because then you don't have to worry about it. Like you just send them their stuff and take that extra commission out, but it's just like another sales channel to. Now I'm going to have to look into that, and now my whole day is going to be on Jungle Scout and FBA, fulfilled by Amazon.
I'm so sorry. I'll give you my Jungle Scout login. You can just creep around on mine. It'll be great.
Gosh, there goes my whole day. I'm not even going to get on TikTok. Oh, this has been so freaking insightful. Like, this is so fascinating to me. And I didn't really realize there was 2 like segments of Amazon selling. So this has been so eye-opening. Oh,
there's so much to know, and there's so much that I still don't know about Amazon, and like it. I mean, there's just a ton of information.
Yeah, I feel like it's still kind of newer for our like industry in terms of getting on there. I mean, everyone's just kind of like, we have our Etsy, our own websites, and like Fair and Abound and whatever, but like this is Amazon just feels intimidating, and it's like, oh, we don't belong on there, but why not? Like, I don't know.
But it's so interesting to me, because I'm like, all of my artist friends that I look at that aren't really willing to get on Amazon or aren't really willing to get on it yet, I'm like, but you personally, I know that you're shopping on Amazon every day. Like, I know that you're comfortable with it and you're familiar with the interface, and you know like how things work and need to be laid out and look good. Like if you're shopping on something all of the time, I feel like that maybe should mean something about.
I mean, it's true. Like I'm on Amazon all the time, and like I went for like Prime Day. Do you get to make your own deals? Like since you're on Amazon Prime,
I don't know.
Just thought about that. Like that'd be cool.
That would be cool. I mean, I can go in and like drop the prices, or you can list a sale price and then just like click a little button that says like now it's on sale. But
or like add like
thing. I know that you're an Amazon affiliate as well, but
I was thinking about that too.
Link your own products with an affiliate link, and then you get.
That's what I was just thinking. I'm like, could I double that?
You literally could. So then, like, you're getting part of that referral fee back, and you're selling and getting like the big seller chunk. So that's like anytime I do like a swipe up
brilliant
to my own Amazon product, I'm getting both sides, and I'm an evil genius. Just kidding.
It feels like cheating, and I love it. I mean, they did that to themselves, though. But also, if you're like trying to work with bloggers or influencers, you can be like, oh, they get their Amazon affiliate, like. Because I feel like they don't want to put stuff on like their gift guides if it doesn't have like that little kickback percentage.
For sure. Do people know generally about Amazon affiliate things? Do we need to?
I feel like people might. Okay, maybe just give a debrief.
Sure. So basically, it's just a program that you can sign up for, and whenever you link a product, it gives you a small kickback for linking it. And usually, you'll make like a few cents on a product, but it can add up for sure.
It definitely adds up. Yeah,
it's just like a special like link that you create that'll link back to a certain thing. But then if you link a product and someone goes in and buys that product or not and a bunch of other stuff, you still get that kickback for what they purchased.
For everything they bought. Like I love looking at my little Amazon affiliate reports because I can see what everyone's buying and I'm like, oh, someone just got their son a bunch of apple juice and look, they're buying this. Like, what are they doing? They must be going to the beach because they just bought all this suntan lotion. Like I am, and sometimes I get really weird stuff and I want to be like, which one of you bought this? Like, who did this?
I love it when someone clearly just did like a grocery haul and it's like oregano, basil, thyme. I'm like,
sometimes I find fun stuff from what people buy, and I'm like, those are cute shoes. Whoever bought these has good taste.
I think a couple times I've like learned about a new thing because it'll link it for us and show us exactly what the product is, and so then it's like, well, that is a great top there, right?
That is very cute. I know, it is so funny. It's so funny too. Like one of the things that I sold the most was like this like back brace thing that I was like, guys, it's literally like straps that you like strap your back into it to make sure you sit up straight with posture. I literally think I sold like 40 of those from my Amazon affiliate. And I was like, we are all like humped over gorillas at our desk because everyone was buying. It just cracked me up. Like that was one of the most sold things. Oh my gosh.
Those are the best little Amazon things though, when you're just like, this is the most random product that I didn't know I needed, but now I do. I just got one of those little like, it's like a suction cup and it sucks. Like if you get a bug bite, it apparently like you put it on there and then like do a little like plunger syringe situation. It sounds really gross.
What? This is intense.
But I did it one time and it like didn't itch after that. And I was like, maybe it's a placebo effect. Maybe it's genius.
Maybe not. I don't even know.
It's literally called the bug bite thing.
Like bug bite thing. That's fitting.
Yeah. Perfect.
Oh my gosh. This is so fun. Okay. All right. I think we have wrapped up this episode about Amazon. I feel like we've thrown a ton of information at everyone and it's just going to be super fun. And we missed having you, Elizabeth. We love you. We miss you. But we brought the energy. It's fine. Okay.
We did.
Sarah, tell everyone where they can find you so they can become lifelong fans and watch all your Bachelorette recaps.
Yay. Okay. First and foremost is just Instagram, and I'm Signet Sealed on there. SIGNETSEALED. Little rhyme. Might be switching to Signet Sarah soon, but that's a whole nother
Really? Okay.
And then I'm signetsealed.com. If you go to Etsy, the shop name is Signet Sealed. Pretty much Signet Sealed wherever. But happy to always have new friends come hang out with me. I recap The Bachelor and sometimes random things like what the heck is the Electoral College? I had no idea. So I did a little recap on that. But anyway, lots of fun things on Instagram. Always open to all the new friends.
Yes, and you guys, she is so fun to follow on Instagram. Like, that's kind of how we became friends. I was like, you're crazy and I'm crazy. Let's be friends. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on again. This was just like the best, and we love you, and we'll see everyone next week. Now I got to figure out how to press the button. Okay, we love you guys. Goodbye.
Hey guys, you know we share a ton of free, helpful info here on the podcast, but if you're looking to go deeper, you need our Business Sense for Creatives bundle. This is our foundational resource. We share it all: our pricing strategies, marketing plans, our favorite print partners, real life examples of our invoices and workflows, and so much more. Literally, it is amazing. It really is the comprehensive guide for a money-making creative biz.
So with the bundle, you'll get access to our 3 webinar replays, Pricing with Purpose, How to Be Confident When It Comes to Charging Your Worth, People and Publicity, How to Find Clients and Deliver an Awesome Experience, and lastly, Productivity and Processes, How to Run Your Business Efficiently and Get Crap Done.
And not to mention, you'll also get our 3 bonus PDF party favors. What? We've heard from students that these are worth the price of it alone. So the party favors are pricing FAQs, the SEO cheat sheet, and a mini favorite vendors guide to get you started on where to print invitations.
So just to clarify, that is not only 3 awesome video recordings, but 3 bonus PDFs as well that support the content from the videos. So I think it's a pretty good deal.
Totally. It's the best deal out there. And you have lifetime access to it, which also adds to the whole value. So
woohoo! Don't take it from us though. Take it from the hundreds of students who have learned from the bundle and have said that these were the best, most real and informative webinars that they've ever watched. We've seen students double their prices after watching these and totally skyrocket their businesses.
This is our roadmap of how we got to where we are today, so skip the mistakes and speed bumps, doing it the slow way, and let us put you on the fast track to running a creative biz like a boss and pricing for profit and not just pay.
And the best part, this resource is less than $100. Seriously, y'all, it's only $97 and it's so worth that price and much more. So go to bizbirthdaybash.com/bundle to purchase it today.